Well, hello everybody. It's July 10th here, and I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through my pens that I've got right now. And some of you may have known or seen last night Will Sowers from Sowers Cattle Company. Better check his channel out. I like his channel a lot. He's a good feller. But anyhow, we were talking last night on a live stream of my pens that I'm wanting to build, some sorting alleys and stuff. So I'm going to kind of go through here and I guess maybe elaborate a little bit better on what I've got planned. So I'm going to turn the camera around and kind of explain what we're doing here and what we've got going on right now, and kind of what I want to do in the future, and I guess what we've got going on. So I'm gonna gotta stop this and flip the camera around, and all right everybody, so right now this is where we put our calves when we wean, and actually right now there's some fat cattle in here over there. I'll zoom in. And this fence line here in front of me is not straight, but it's just portable panels, and eventually I think I'd like to put this fence in permanent. But for now, we're just leaving it with the portable panels just to see how we like it. But so far, we liked it a lot, having two separate pens here. We got drive-along bunks up there, and then you can see we had a feed bunk here. We had a line of feed bunks out here when we had too many cattle, and this side of the pen for the drive-along feed bunks that are there. So eventually, this gate that I was just standing on by the water tank, I'd like to put a big overhead in when that permanent, a big overhead gate, or a horizontal or a overhead deal, and have that so it swings without having a wheel. Right now there's a wheel on the end, and it's a pain in the butt when it gets muddy in the wintertime. And also here I like to put a big overhead across that opening, and also have a big couple gates here that swing. The third pen that we have in this area, which is not actually a pen right now, we switched it, but normally from the end of the windbreak right there, right by that manure pile, there's a fence that goes across right there. When those actually are portable panels. So then we got this pen here, and right there is actually my dad's pheasant pen. So last year we started out working here, and I got this built, and I got this fence over here built, and kind of around a pheasant pen a little bit built. And this is kind of what we've been using right now to sort with. You can see we got swinging gates here, and another swinging gate up there, and a gate in that corner. And this is kind of what we've been using to sort, and it's worked out right. It's just not big enough, and the alley's too wide. But this alley, I needed to make it so I could get in here with equipment to clean the pens out. So that's why this alley is here is 20 foot wide for equipment and stuff. And you can see there's a gate there to go into that pen. That cross fence there is a portable panel as of right now, but it will someday be getting a permanent fence with an overhead. So will be a swinging gate right. Well, it's not locked. So that'll be a permanent gate then there, and an overhead panel like was there. So on to the next part of this project, which is what mainly Will was talking about last night, and I really liked his idea on the pens. We've been using this as our alley, and as our sorting alley, we've been just chasing them down the alleyway here and sorting into these two different pens, or three when we got it opened up. Oh, sorry about that. Opened up that way, and then we have sorted out into that pen, but that one coming around this corner does not work very good. Mainly that gate there, I put it there for a four-wheeler, so we can get a four-wheeler in that pen if we needed to. But anyhow, right now this is our alley, and then we've got our tub and chute set up here. And I'd like to get away from the tub. I think this year I probably won't get it done in time to not use it, but I'm wanting to go roughly in line with this building here and have an alleyway going through there. So I actually have a pen that we use way over there, and out where you see the tires out there is where we actually calve the cows out sometimes. So I'd like an alleyway getting over here, and then going up this hill here I want another alley, or continue the alley all the way up to the top. I'm gonna go stand on top of this water truck and show you guys kind of what my picture is. I don't know what I did with my measuring tape, but I've got about 200 and some foot to work with here for length, 210 or so. And I gotta figure out what to do with this bull. That bull's in the way. But so anyhow, we're standing up on top. So I want an alley to come down through here. So it'd be right behind where I'm standing and end right where that tractor's at. And it'd be a 12-foot alley, I've decided. And then I want like 4 pens on this side. And now I've come up with there'll be 34 foot from that windbreak out to the end of that building. And hold on, I got a phone call coming. Alright, I'm back here. So anyhow, we're gonna have an alleyway going through here all the way behind this truck, roughly to where that, well, about right there. And these pens on this side from that windbreak out to the end of the building, so everything's square, will be 34 foot from there to here. And I've got from the end of that windbreak to the feed bunk here for length, and every post here is like 10 foot on the windbreak. So if I go clear to the feed bunk roughly to the end, I'll have like 230 foot. So if I go and count, man, that thing's stupid, focus on my finger, but if we count so many posts down, we'll be right behind that bull. So right there. And that would be how big my first pen would be. And that'll actually be around 80 foot. And then I can put 3 more pens along the side here at 45-ish foot, 40, 45 foot. And then we'll move the alleyway to this side of the alley. But as you can see, I have a road here that comes down. So I kind of got to work in the perimeter of the road, and over in that area and that area there's a couple wells, so we can't load going that way. I have to load going in between the grain beds and then back up towards where that tractor's at. So that's kind of what we're thinking, is what's going to go on here. I really like Will's idea of the double gates. I think I'll include some of them on my project, and I think I'll just run to the house quick. I got a piece of paper in the house. I'll show you guys my drawing that I've got. Alright, well, I was standing on top of that there truck, and there's a post that I've got, or pipe to work with here. So I thought I'd just show you on my way to the house. I'd show you my alleyway, or where I want my alleyway going this direction. I want to go in between the building here and the grain bins. And I know there's a lot of weeds here. Yeah, I've been busy and haven't done any weed whacking here, but I want an alleyway going this way. Someday I'd like to make this area a pen from down there at the end of them cattails around, and just make it a square pen from where I'm sitting, clear over to yonder here. But I haven't got that in the cards for this year, I know for sure. But here's my other pen that we're working with right now, and that's the fence I built last winter. And you can see where them cows are at over there. That's where we run through and where cattle at, or calve at. And that building is our calving building. So this is all kind of integrated. So I want to go from like there all the way across up to my another pen for an alleyway, so I can move cattle, you know, back and forth between point A over here to point B way over there. I don't think, yeah, you can't see because I'm downhill, but anyhow, that's kind of what the plan is. That was actually parked there and there, where we had this equipment line here so we could move the cattle across when we sold calves that day. So I'm gonna run to the house and grab my paper and show you guys what's going on here. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Okay, I'm back here now, guys. Here's a satellite picture of the farm right now, and here's my pen and alleyway that I wanted to do, and there's where I'm going across to go to my pen that's here now. It's not there in this picture, but it's there now, and someday I've got this pen here already. There's my two sorting original pens. There's my little alley that I built last winter, and this is what I'm working on now right there. So my original plan here was this was along the windbreak, and I was just gonna have 3 pens and a bud box type system and a double alley going into my chute. I decided against that because I could go to a design like this, where I moved, so this is that windbreak, and I moved the alleyway out 30 some foot, and then I can someday transform it into this picture here. And that's what we're shooting for. This is what me and Will were talking about last night on that live stream, is we've got the alleyway going down, and I've only got a single gate, but I like Will's idea with putting double gates in these pens, because these are not proportioned right. They're going to be shorter, but then they're going to be wider, because these are only going to be 30 foot roughly pens, and they're going to be 45 wide. So the proportion's a little off on this picture, but that's what we're going for, and that's what I'm showing you guys out here on today on my little breezy out. So throw a cow turd on there. So that's what we got going on. I think I'm limited on space because of that road that runs along here, and that'll be my loadout. Hopefully somehow I can do something like that. I think I'm going to move this closer to the alleyway and put some more gates in here to have more pens like Will was saying. But you guys let me know what you think here. That's what we got going on here right now. I don't know how much I'm going to do. Just depends on how much help I get and what we got going on. And if any hay jobs or anything like that comes up, this will come to a screeching halt, but I'm going to start working on it. I've already started measuring stuff, obviously, and stuff like that. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'm open to input here on what I'm doing, I guess. I've got that building with a pheasant pen and stuff that right now, and in the future I think that'll end up being another pen. But as long as we got the pheasant deal going on here, it's not going to work. I think we should have planned ahead a little bit on the pheasant building and kind of thought about it and where we would want it before we done it, but it wasn't my place to say where to put anything, so that's what happened there, and that's what we got to work with. But eventually I think that'll end up being a nice pen. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys listening and watching this long, and we'll hopefully get something here accomplished here before too terribly long. So thanks, bye.